Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. We want to take some time to share with you an art exhibit that is coming to the Springfield Art Museum. Sarah Boer and Joshua Best are here joining me today from the Art Museum. The artist is Nick Cave, and he's from here in Missouri. Kind of talk about Nick and what kind of art people can expect to see when this exhibit gets here.
Well, he's originally from Fulton, Missouri, and he went to high school in Columbia, Missouri, and he's now based out of Chicago, so he's still Midwestern. And he's most known probably for his sound suits, which is what we are featuring in this exhibition. So they're sculptures, but they're based on the human form, so they're on mannequins, but they're made of buttons and toys and yarn and afghans, and they're sort of not what you would expect for a sculpture probably, and they're larger than life. And they're really, although they're really wild and colorful and loud, they're also sort of based on more serious issues. He made them after the Rodney King beatings in the 1990s, when he was sort of thinking about himself as an African-American man in this country and thinking of a way he could protect himself. So they are intended to sort of shield and mask the body. So they are both colorful and fun, and also sort of related to really serious topics. That was a good explanation. We do have some pictures of these sound suits. I'm going to pull those up right now. Just talk about, what are we looking at here? This is incredible. Yeah, so he sources a lot of his materials by going to flea markets and thrift stores. And so you'll see some are made of, for example, this one is made of old purses and bags, sequined bags and hats that have been stitched together to form a suit. There's some that have toys, antique toys, like antique tops. And then others that have maybe, there's suits made entirely of doilies. So if you think of your grandmother and maybe if she used to knit doilies, there's entire suits with doilies knitted together. Sock monkeys, we've got
we do have one of the
that has sock monkeys and raffia. And Nick often talks about how when he goes flea marketing, it might be a single piece, like he might see a single object that sort of influences an entire suit. So we don't always know which object started the suit, but they're filled with all kinds of found materials that have been pieced together. And you were telling me before we started taping it, you can't tell from these pictures the scale of how big these pieces of art actually are. You're saying they can be up to 9 feet tall. That's incredible. Yeah, absolutely. Incredible. In the photos, they look like maybe they're human-sized, and the mannequins are about 6 feet, but sometimes they have armatures that make them 9 or 10 feet tall, and then just the bulk of the objects sort of make them larger than life. So how many pieces of these sound suits are actually going to be at the Art Museum? We have 7 sound suits, and then there's one wall piece that's called a tondo, and then we also have a video. We have an art video in the show. Okay, so Cave, he's in a lot of different mediums, if you will. It's not just the sculptures here. Just talk about the different kinds of mediums that he works through with his art. Well, he's definitely a performance artist. He studied dance with the Alvin Ailey Dance Company, so he often will orchestrate different dance performances where people actually can wear the suits. The ones in the show that we have are more sculptural, but he also makes suits that are worn and can be worn. So he does video, he does the sculptures, he creates performances, so kind of a multimedia artist. That's incredible. So let's talk about how long this exhibit runs at the Art Museum. When can people see these works of art there? It opens tomorrow night at 5:30 with a free opening reception, and it will be up through July 28th. Okay, so it starts April 6th. It's going to run through July 28th. It's pretty exciting. What times of the day can people come to check these out? The museum is open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 6. Most days we're open late, Thursday nights till 8, and Sunday 1 to 5. So I want to ask this question to you guys. What is it like to work at the Art Museum and to be able to get this exhibit that comes in that's so cool that people are going to like to see? Is it exciting for you guys to be able to walk down the hall and see these works of art every day? Yeah, we just did a walkthrough as staff today, and I was commenting to Sarah that you can be in a space that you've walked through a million times because it's your job, right? It's your day-to-day. But when you walk in and encounter something like this, it almost makes it feel alien in a certain way, and makes you kind of re-evaluate the space and yourself, and then reflect on the artwork. So it's been really interesting and really exciting to see the energy change in those spaces. Sure. I want to ask you guys both one at a time what these sound suits mean to you. What do you get when you look at these personally? I know everybody interprets art differently, but for you guys, what do you see when you look at this? Well, I think it's really important to highlight, for us,
the Springfield Art Museum has been looking at highlighting art of the Midwest, so Midwestern artists, but also people with marginalized voices. And this work particularly grows out of a socially relevant issue, which is, about race relations in this country, and the need to kind of have something that disguises your whole body to protect yourself and just live and exist in the world. And I think at some point that's something that everyone can relate to. We felt unsafe in a certain situation. And then, juxtaposed with the fact that these things are in some cases look very playful. And so it's really kind of tricking your mind to think about those two different things at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's a little different. As the curator, I've been sort of working with the idea of the work or looking at the images for several years, but getting the work into the building and actually starting to install them and seeing how they are built and put together really brought to mind to me the idea of the body and people's bodies, and in particular, like Joshua said, marginalized groups and how much they have to think about their own body in relation to the culture that we're living in right now. So they're much more serious for me now that I've spent a lot of time with them. But again, then when you stand back and you see how playful they are, it's really an interesting juxtaposition. And I love how complex they are. I think often things that you're hearing today are very one voice, but in reality, all of us are more complex. And so for me, they kind of speak on different levels, kind of in both visually and then in terms of why they exist, why he made them.
Incredible works of art from Nick Cave. You can see them at the Springfield Art Museum starting April 6th through July 28th. Sarah and Josh, I want to thank you guys for coming in today. It's been a pleasure having you guys in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be back with more Ozarks Tonight right after this.